Okay guys, here we have a set of Nelson-Rigg CL-850 saddlebags, and I haven't even taken them out of the package yet, so we're going to see how they look and what they give you, etc., etc. Right off the bat, looks like the package they come in is actually made out of some pretty thick plastic, which is good. That seems a little promising for the rest of the product. See, looks like here's one. Okay. First initial impression of the quality on these things is that it's actually really good, and that's what I expected, to be honest with you. Zippers look good, the material looks nice and thick, and there's also like a foam padding on the back to protect the paint on a bike in case you don't have racks or something like that. They just have these big Velcro straps where you strap one bag to the other, like so, and this will go over your seat and sit on either side of the bike. So yeah, looking pretty good so far. We're going to take these down in the garage, see how hard it is to fit, and go from there. Okay, so far so good. We have the panels inside the bags to make them a little more rigid. You can see how now they're fully expanded, which is good. And here's the bike that they're going on, 2005 KLR 650. And the one thing that I do have on here that I'm hoping is going to pay off are these Happy Trails. I believe they're the OCR racks, specifically for soft bags, just to hold them away from the exhaust a little bit, and on the other side just to give a little bit more protection. So I think what I'm going to do is take this top case off right now, and I think that might make things a little bit easier. So let's give it a shot. Okay, this is actually turning out to be a lot easier than I thought. I got these bags on here. Now, it seems to me like there's two ways you could do this. And if you have this particular bike, just food for thought. Here is one position that you could mount these in. And as you can see, the bags are a little farther forwards. We got the strap going over the seat here and through the grab rail right here. Looks to be pretty sturdy. Kind of like it like that. I'm sure you could put it under the seat, but to be honest with you, I'm probably going to take these bags on and off, and I'm probably not going to leave them on there all the time just for day-to-day traveling, because I don't really carry that much stuff. The nice thing about this position is that the bags are a little farther forwards. If you take where the rider's helmet would be and draw an imaginary line down to the front axle, and then draw an imaginary line down to the rear axle, that is where, when your weight is distributed between that, inside that triangle, that gives you a better balanced bike. When you start putting stuff too far back, you know, you can have some issues with handling and such, so you typically want to keep stuff within that triangle of weight distribution. So, you know, this being a little further forward fits that criteria a little bit better. The bad thing is that if you look where that foot peg is, you're not fitting a second passenger on there. Just because there's not enough room for a foot. You might be able to squeeze somebody's heel back there if you had to go someplace real quick, but you're probably not putting a second, or you're probably not putting a passenger on there. So let me show you another way we can configure these. And here's the second way we can do this. And what I did was I slid the bags a little further back. And to see how we did this, we have this front strap going over the seat. The back strap is underneath the mounting plate for my top box. And I basically just loosened up the two mounts there and slid this underneath. We can tighten these back up and put the box back on top. What that does for us is gives us a little more room for a passenger's foot. Still a little cramped, but not too bad. And and it moves the bag a little further backwards. Now, a lot of people have been talking about relocating the turn signals. Doesn't really look like it's necessary to me unless you're going to put this bag even farther back. That one looks good, and that one looks good. If you had to go back any farther, you would have to relocate them. It does, however, make the bags kind of sag in towards the middle, and you can see that because the racks just kind of naturally come up. And if you had a different set of racks, it would be a different story. But overall, I mean, it looks pretty good. You couldn't really put them too much farther back with these racks because it will start to kind of, I think it's starting to get close to the exhaust. Then again, this is just the way my bike's set up, and this is a Super Trap exhaust, if that makes a difference to anybody. So I think I'm going to put them on the rest of the way, and we'll go from there. There's actually 4 places for clips on the back of each bag. In case if you have a rack like this, I just have it going around the back of the rack, weaved in and out once, and that's good. You don't have to make them too tight. All they do is prevent the bag from flopping around too much. You know, it's really kind of hard on this bike to go all the way through to the other side because of the exhaust, and well, there's a tire there. But either way, that looks good. And from the back, I mean, they're on there. It's relatively straight. You know, I might adjust it a little bit. This one could go up a tad, but nonetheless, just overall, I think a good installation. I was real happy. A little bit of tweaking left to do, but nothing big. And I just wanted to show you the inside of each bag. The one thing that I thought was pretty cool is that when the bags are totally unzippered, they don't fall down. The flap doesn't fall down all the way because they have a little piece of nylon that prevents it from falling all the way down and having your stuff spill all over. Basically inside you can see that there is a couple little spots for pens. You got a zippered pouch that's mesh, great for probably a wallet or whatever else you want to put in there. And then there's also a pouch behind that, and you also have one big pouch in the back. So overall, I would say just a nice product. I'm really happy with it. Like I said, a little bit of tweaking left to do, but nothing huge. And I'll just show you one last thing, and that's the rain covers. And as far as the rain guards go, they fit on there nice too, and there's a little cinch in the back, just to keep it a little tighter. So overall, first impressions are that I'm very pleased with this product, and it fit on there real well with everything else that was on the bike. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm a happy camper. And that's that. I hope this was helpful to someone, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. Take care.